Hey everyone. So it's my Monday, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I personally have been struggling with for a long time, and that is patience. And it's not just patience at work or patience at home, it's patience all over the place. And I was thinking about it today when I was driving to work because um, I'm not always the kindest driver. I try to be really good about letting people in when they need to turn or they need to switch lanes, but I don't have a lot of patience when it comes to people. For example, if they're driving in one of the fast lanes and they're driving slow and they're not getting over, and that's just simply a matter of recognizing that, you know, time is something that we only have so much of, and I'm deciding that I don't want to spend time that I have left being impatient and upset and frustrated about things that really aren't in my control. Should someone be driving slow in the fast lane? No. For everyone's safety and for legal reasons, no, they shouldn't. But that's not my call to make. I can be a good person and just get around them and move on, or I can be how I've been in the past, which is to get, aggressively close to them and not be patient. And that doesn't solve anything for anybody. It doesn't. And it makes situations unsafe, and it makes people it puts a bad light on you as a person. And if you haven't done that behavior, I'm sure we could all do a little self-reflection and realize a time that we had done something where we were impatient with others. Does it mean that you have to let people walk all over you? No. But what it means is that you extend grace and patience to people because they deserve it, and because that's what Jesus has taught us to do. And that's something that, at least for me, at times, like I've said, is difficult for me, but it's something that I'm focusing on. And I've done a lot of self-reflection during this period of Lent, but I've also been doing a lot of self-reflection this year in general, and recognizing places where I can work on being more like Jesus and less like a person of the world. And that's one thing that Jesus definitely has taught us, is to not be of this world, but to be of the world that God had built for us, and live under godly rules and godly expectations. And it doesn't mean that we don't follow the political laws and rules of the countries that we live in. It doesn't mean that we don't follow the rules and expectations of school and work, but it also means that we conduct ourselves in a way that is respectful and mirroring as closely as possible that of the life of Jesus. And it's difficult. I'm in the States, and there's so much political upheaval. And even if you're not in the States, even if you're in a country that is fortunate enough not to have a lot of political unrest, there's other things, I'm sure, where you live that bother you, upset you, that cause strife between people. And it's hard sometimes to disassociate yourself from that and rise above it. But it's something that we have to do. We have to extend patience and grace to others, even if we don't want to, or even if we don't necessarily think that they deserve it, because it's not really our place to judge other people. There's a time and place for that, and there's someone who does that, and it's not us. So today I'm asking you to do a little self-reflection and realize areas of your life where you could be more like Jesus and less like the world. And it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It's very hard and it's very humbling. But I think that's something that we all could do. And if we even just did it with one person a day, just one person a day, the difference that it would make. And then, the next day try for 2, and the next day after that try for 3, and keep going until it becomes a habit to extend grace and patience and understanding and honestly love of your fellow human beings, because that's what Jesus ultimately taught us. The ultimate lesson of Jesus is to love others. And the more we're like Jesus and less like the world, the better off this world is going to be. So have a wonderful and amazing week, my friends. Have a wonderful and amazing rest of this Lent season, if that is something that you celebrate. Let's have a blessed and amazing Easter when we get there, and take the time to genuinely do some self-reflection, because it's not meant to make you feel guilty. It's meant to help you become the person that you want to be. So have a great day, everyone, and remember, God loves you no matter what.